Morning, everybody. Jason Allen, jasonallenonline.com. Hope everybody is doing well. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about this morning, just piggybacking off of what I was talking about yesterday. So yesterday I talked about watching a training that came out about 10 years ago from an owner of a company that I was a part of that was basically like an online multi-level marketing company. And I didn't really understand the concepts when I first watched it, but everything made perfect sense to me yesterday. And the thing that made sense to me, and again, I talked about this yesterday on the podcast, that basically in order to attract money and wealth and abundance into your life, you need to attract people. And in order to do that, you need to become a leader. You need to speak like they do, carry yourself like they do, posture the way they do. As Russell Brunson calls it, and I've mentioned this multiple times, it's all about becoming the attractive character. And that's why we do all of this stuff. And so I just kind of wanted to talk about the things that enable you to become that attractive character. And yesterday I mentioned the whole you have to be before you do, then you have to do before you have. So it's really be, do, have. And then I said in order to become, to be, you actually have to do. So it's actually more like do, be, do, have. Just to piggyback on that, though, on some of the ways to become that attractive character, to become a leader, and these are things that were covered in that original training that I was talking about, was you need to be reading every day. You need to be reading some good quality content, something about persuasive communication, sales, marketing, personal development, motivation. You need to be reading something like that every day. You need to be listening to audio every day. The gentleman that was on this training recommended turning your car into a drive time university, meaning when you're on your way to and from work, instead of listening to music and talk radio and crap like that, you're listening to good and empowering audios. You know, things like Tony Robbins and Zig Ziglar and I'm drawing blanks here, Les Brown, things like that. Also podcasts. I mean, 10 years ago when I first got started, we didn't have all of the podcasts that we do now. I mean, something as simple like listening to the Joe Rogan Experience can actually motivate you and give you the mindset of a winner, of a champion that goes out there and does the things that you need to be doing to create the life that you want. So you're listening to things every day, you're reading things every day, and then you need to be creating content every day. The way that I'm doing now. You could do it written, like in emails and blogs. You could do it audio like I'm doing. You could do videos. But you need to be creating that content. And this process of constantly consuming and then synthesizing and producing is what's going to change you into an influential person over time. And when that happens, money, success, wealth, abundance, all the things that you want will come to you easily and handily. So do these things. Also, I wanted to leave you a great quote that I heard from Jim Rohn. He's the name that I was blanking on earlier, by the way. But Jim Rohn's a great guy to listen to. He used to always say, work harder on yourself than you do your business. I love that. So a lot of people get hung up on they need to change the copy on their landing pages, and they need to really focus on tweaking ads and Facebook and their email copy and whatnot. And all those things are important, but they're not nearly as important as the person that you become in the process. That's what you really need to be focusing the majority of your time on. Again, because if you become that influential person, all that other stuff will be easy. I mean, I've seen people make tons of money with crappy looking websites. And the reason they're able to do it is because they're leaders. They're persuasive. They're confident. And they're that attractive character, like Russell Brunson says. And so all that other stuff doesn't matter as much. Now, if they put a little more time into their websites and and analytics and things like that, then obviously they would do much better. But first things first, work on yourself more than you do your business. And that's how you become the leader and you attract the abundance into your life. So yeah, that's all I wanted to leave for you today. Be reading, be studying, be listening to empowering stuff, and then go out there and create content. Oh yeah, one more thing. So a lot of people say, this gentleman that was on this training, he was saying to consume content, to do what they say in the content, and then to teach. Learn, do, teach. Learn, do, teach. And that's really how you build up a following. You really build up an audience. And that's good advice. But the problem is you can't always necessarily do what they're talking about in whatever you were learning. Like maybe you're learning about Facebook ads and you don't necessarily have the money to invest in the Facebook ads. Well, that's fine. You could still learn about it, and then you could still teach it, and it will provide value to your marketplace, even if you didn't necessarily do it. Ray Higdon, I like the way he puts it best. So Ray Higdon says invest, learn, teach. He says ILT, and I think that that's a better kind of philosophy to go with as far as your content creation and your audience building. Invest your time and your money into resources. Invest your time and your money into learning new skills. Then teach those things through blog posts, through email copy, through YouTube videos, through podcasts, and just rinse and repeat. And over time, you will build an audience, you will build a following, you will build influence, you will become better and better at what you're doing, you'll speak with more confidence, you'll make people believe you and believe in you, and even more importantly, believe in themselves, and you can change the world. That's it for today, guys. Go out there, read something, listen into something, believe in yourself, make something happen. Head on over to jasonallenonline.com for some more great resources. See the number one way I recommend to get started making a full-time living online. And stay tuned for more tomorrow.